You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the polygon. At Weather Call, we make the polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
This is the afternoon video update, the discussion for Wednesday, the 12th of June. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather dry today with seasonal temperatures, but here comes the heat. We could see some spots flirting with 100. By the time the weekend gets here, get ready. Let's take a look at the upper air look today. And the trough that's brought this drier, cooler air is beginning to lift out. The main westerlies to the north, ridging will be building in. There's a little weak upper low, we should mention, kind of working its way through here, but that's not really producing much in the way of sensible weather. Here's a look at the visible satellite view, and you can see a few clouds, mainly along and east of I-65. The western half of the state is sunny, and on radar, there's nothing. You might see a few echoes on radar over South Alabama, but that stuff is not reaching the ground. The dew points are low, and we are dry, and most of the state will likely stay dry through at least Saturday. Temperatures about where they should be for the 12th day of June. We've got mostly 80s across the state. The hot spots down south, 90 at both Mobile and Dothan. Elsewhere, mostly mid-80s. Here's the watch warning map this afternoon. Got some heat issues again back in some of the western states. Might see some pretty active storms up north. This is the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We have an enhanced risk up around Duluth, Minnesota. The broader risk running from near Omaha up to the Canadian border in the western Great Lakes. Tomorrow, an enhanced risk over parts of northern Missouri, southern Iowa, and northern Illinois. The broader risk running from the plains of Colorado to Michigan. Day 3, which is Friday, had a risk of severe storms up in the northeast United States, including New York City and Boston. So a chance of severe weather across the Great Plains. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. And again, we'll begin to introduce the chance of scattered showers Sunday into next week, but we just don't see any evidence of big, organized type rain days. I know you see elevated numbers near the Gulf Coast. I'm not so sure they see that much. If you're headed down to the Gulf Coast, yes, you'll have a chance of scattered showers, but understand you'll have that chance almost every summer day. Between now and early September. No sign of any tropical trouble for the central Gulf Coast. I want to make that perfectly clear. In fact, let's look at weather in the tropics. There is a little weak tropical wave that's over the Florida Peninsula. And that feature will be coming out into the Atlantic tomorrow. And the Hurricane Center is still giving this a low chance, 20% of developing into a tropical depression or storm off the coast of the Carolinas. And also, NHC has put a hatched area in over the Bay of Campeche, the far southwestern Gulf of Mexico, for a little system that might form next week. Let's look at the probabilistic outlook coming off the European, which kind of tells the story. The little feature that's over Florida, and by the way, that's Invest 90L, has an Invest number. The European's actually a little more aggressive here. This is suggesting a better than 50% chance of this becoming a tropical storm off the coast of the Carolinas. But if it does, in that position, there's no real impact to land other than rough surf. That'll be headed up toward the Canadian Maritimes. And then the feature down in the southwestern Gulf, at this point, the probabilities are in the 20 to 40% bracket of developing. And we should note the European wants to push that, if anything, forms into Mexico, south of Texas. And again, we stress, and by the way, this is valid through Saturday, June 22nd of the next 10 days. So for the next 10 days, we see no sign of any tropical storm problems for the central Gulf Coast. And by that, we're meaning Gulf Shores, Pensacola, Navarre, Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Panama City, over to Indian Pass, Cape San Blas. So model fans, let's go. Here's the GFS. This is the 06C run. This is valid tomorrow at 4. And again, the westerlies are shifting north. We have ridging off to the west, and the day should be partly to mostly sunny. And again, we see that little moisture strip on the Alabama-Georgia state line. We're going to discount that. We think the air is too dry for rain. Highs in the low and mid-90s. Heat levels begin to rise. This is Friday, hot and dry. Highs mid-90s in most spots. And Saturday, as the weekend begins, a sizzling June day. We're expecting afternoon highs on Saturday between 95 and 100. And, of course, the heat index, the way it feels, will be higher than that. We'll check the temperature anomalies on Saturday. Now, if you're looking for cooler air, you want to go to the Northwest or the Midwest. Minneapolis, St. Paul, Portland, Seattle, Milwaukee, places like that. But down here, again, just a sizzling hot summer day. 95 to 100, lots of sunshine. And Sunday, the GFS is really trending toward the European. It's trending drier. I think that's the right idea. Could there be a shower Sunday somewhere? Yes, but probably not many. And again, I think we'll do upper 90s on Sunday. Very hot. And then Monday, the heat levels begin to come down as the ridge weakens. The high Monday dropping in the low 90s. And again, mostly dry. Just a few isolated showers. Tuesday, the GFS wants to suggest an increase in the number of showers over the southern half of the state, but it remains to be seen. And this is a week from today, Wednesday, the 19th of June. Pretty standard look there for summer. Got a strong upper high that's over New England, a trough back in the northwestern states, a weak westerly flow aloft here, and the deeper moisture west of Alabama. And again, for next week, it looks like highs mostly in the upper 80s and low 90s, which is what we expect this time of the year. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, June 22nd. Little trough over the northern states, but again, down here, just typical summertime weather. Hot, humid, a few random scattered showers and storms about. We'll check rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the GFS ensemble. It's a little wetter than the European. The mean here is about 2 inches. The European's been running about 1 inch for the next 15 days, and I think that drier solution is probably correct based on what we see here, but the bottom line is we just don't see any major rain events for the next 15 days at this point. So here we go, heat fans. 90s all the way through Sunday. 93 tomorrow, 96 Friday, 99 Saturday. This is the NBM, National Blend of Models for Birmingham. 98 on Sunday. And then next week, back to where we ought to be for this time of the year, mostly upper 80s and low 90s. And hot off the presses, the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for June 20th through June 26th. Looking for heat relief? Nah. Hey, it's summertime. Supposed to be hot and humid around here. Temperatures could be a little above average. So, again, that's going to wrap it up today. Again, having a great week at Double Oak Community Church, their VBS. Hundreds of kids there, huge crowds. We'll be there through Friday every morning. That's a 9 to noon event. And, again, next week I will be away, spending a little time off. It's the typical summer progression, VBS, then vacation. And, again, the videos next week will be over on the YouTube channel, the and YouTube channel, and you just see the blog, AlabamaWX.com. My colleagues will have the videos posted there. They don't do them live like this, but they'll have them there next week during the morning. It'll be morning videos next week. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News, right across the hall, Studio A, 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.